Hello everybody and welcome to Rigs of Rod's semi-realistic points series. My name is Preston Vieira and I'll be your hostess for the second season in a row. We pop out at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Tonight, we're back at it with a nearly all-new lineup, and we're looking for some more Dubby racing and freestyle champions, as well as our next top 8 competitors to head over to the Golden Days Tour next week. Don't forget, Rorsrps is a sign-up series, and you don't even need Rigs of Rods to get in on the action. Always check the comments under freestyle videos to see what trucks are available for sign-ups after the show, and leave your name and Instagram if you have one to lock in your truck for the season. It is one truck per person though, so choose wisely. And one last thing before we get started, Rorsrps trading cards feature every truck and driver featured this season in randomized packs of 7, so you can check those out and get your hands on them at rorsrps.com. And when you get 4 packs or more, you get 25% off your order. Whether you're searching for your favorites, looking for limited editions, finding your own, or collecting them all, we got them only at rorsrps.com. Now, let's drum up some business with the Dubby racing competition. Kicking us off tonight, it's going to be Bulldozer Matthew Hood taking on Montana Robbins in plain Krazy. Venard in Black Pearl is going to take on Pat Gerber in Shocker. Then we got Lupe Soza back once again in Grinder, taking on Wild Side Zack, Garner. Then it's Linsey, Weenk, and N.W.O Crusader taking on Wylie in Pouncer. Camden Murphy in Classroom Crusher is back, facing off against Stephen Hill in Amsoil Shock Therapy. Then it's Zane Rettew in Master of Disaster taking on Shafer and N.W.O. Then it's Trevor Phillips in the Liberator facing off against Mike Pagliarulo in Excalibur. And closing out the first round, it's Don Creedon in Scarlet Bandit facing off against Adam Anderson in Gravedigger the Legend. Back again, he was here last season as a substitute. Didn't do too well in the racing competition, but speaking of the racing competition, let's jump right into tonight's action. Montana Robbins, the first one on the track tonight, playing Krazy, was featured as a truck in the main field last season. Fell just short of a World Finals qualification with Colt Durham behind the wheel last season. This time, Montana Robbins. Matthew Hood in Bulldozer, back again after just last show on the Golden Days Tour. He was our first Double Down champion, our first Dubby Double Down champion of the season. Super exciting, and he wants to go back-to-back with that. It is going to be tough. He is our only Dubby Double Down champion so far this season. It is a very prestigious title. You need to take both the racing and freestyle championships for the night in order to do that. And we've had a few drivers come close. We've had a lot of racing champs come up as runner-up in freestyle, and same for vice versa. As far as both, Matthew Hood is the only one to lock it down. Both trucks doing their dry hops, getting staged, looking for our first race of the night. Matthew Hood looks like he's going to be the first one to pull up to that starting line to kick off tonight's racing. Both trucks staged, drivers ready to go. We're going green. Awesome banked S-style track out here for racing tonight. We'll see who can take it to the line. Both drivers keeping it relatively calm on the track, not getting into too much trouble. Bulldozer with some air there over the jammer. Is that gonna hurt him? No. Matthew Hood in Bulldozer. On to round 2 here tonight. 6th show of the tryouts tour, kicking off the second half of the season. Matthew Hood in Bulldozer, starting it off right so far. Can he keep it up tonight is the question. Here come a couple great ones. Venard in Black Pearl, and of course a classic, Pat Gerber in Shocker. Look at that awesome early 2000s body. One of the earliest 3D bodies that we've seen in monster trucks. Of course, there is Predator, El Toro Loco, Bulldozer, but we've never seen Shocker. This is going to be interesting to see how he handles this track tonight. Venard was also here 2 seasons ago. Season 1, Black Pearl, ran as a main field competitor. Can he make it to the line first? Both trucks in trouble up on the sidewalls. Venard missing the gearing. Pat Gerber, first one back on the track, but they are neck and neck once again. Cole struggling a little bit here, but he has a slight lead on Pat Gerber right now. To the line, Pat Gerber? I don't know. Neck and neck over the line. Who takes it? Pat Gerber manages to come back over the line, and after review, Pat Gerber is the official call heading into round 2. What a race. Unfortunate for both drivers, but Pat Gerber does grab the win this time around. Lupe Soza, Advanced Auto Parts Grinder, back again. We saw him in Show 1 this season. Didn't make it into Golden Days 1. He's here looking for some more points. Can he lock him down is the question. Zack Garner in Wildside making his channel debut. We're going green. Into our first turn here. Can these drivers keep their trucks under control? Zack getting into a little bit of trouble there. Keeping it controlled through that second turn, though. It is still anyone's race, it looks like. No, Lupe Soza. Lupe Soza gets across the line first, but that may be a 5-second penalty. Missing, yes, Zack Garner Wildside. Lupe Soza misses one tire on those front two tires going up that finishing ramp. Lupe locked out of round 2 tonight. Unfortunate break there for Lupe Soza. Here comes Linsey, Weenk in Lucas Oil Crusader. Crusader was here 1 season ago, but Linsey Weenk is making his driving debut this season. On your right, Wylie in Pouncer. We have not seen Pouncer in the regular season. We have seen him in the Season 2 qualifiers. Was looking pretty quick over there, but was unable to qualify for the season. We're going green. Who's going to take it? Into the first turn. Lucas Oil Crusader, a Werewolf node beam truck this time around. It wasn't like that last season. He is struggling here tonight with that Werewolf node beam. We'll see if he can come back by the end, but it doesn't look like it is going to happen. Wylie in Pouncer on to round 2 tonight. Linsey Weenk. We're going to have to wait for freestyle, but you know the Werewolf node beam trucks cause some mayhem in freestyle, so stick around. If you don't know, if you are in the live chat, just stick around until the end of the video. We will automatically redirect you to the freestyle video, and if you are just watching this as a regular video, stick around to the end. Click on that end card. It'll take you straight to freestyle. Camden Murphy, Classroom Crusher on your left, taking on Stephen Hill in Amsoil Shock Therapy. Classroom Crusher was our racing runner-up last show in Pontiac, Michigan. We'll see if he can do it again tonight. This time, coming away with the championship, we're green. Amsoil Shock Therapy, Cole Pekka was behind the wheel of that one last season. Managed to get the first overall of the season, coming up second in both racing and freestyle. Amsoil Shock Therapy looking fast tonight into the line. He is going to take it here tonight. A very close race there, but Stephen Hill in Amsoil Shock Therapy will be moving on to round 2. A great pass from both drivers. That was intense. Coming down to the line, here comes a legend in the sport, Paul Shafer in N.W.O, taking on Zane Rettew in Master of Disaster. 2 debuting trucks for the regular season. We did see N.W.O in the Season 2 qualifiers, not Master of Disaster though. So this is a 100% debut to the channel for Master of Disaster. We're staged, ready to go. We're green. Who's gonna take it to the line here in this one? N.W.O looking nice. Paul Shafer with his expertise on the sport here, letting it show, but he does bobble in the second turn. Zane coming back here over the jammer and to the line. Zane Rettew knocks out a legend here early in tonight's racing bracket. N.W.O down here in round 1. Master of Disaster on to round 2. Coming out next, Mike Pagliarulo and Excalibur taking on Trevor Phillips in the Liberator. Liberator's been sticking around for a while now, so I do have some high hopes for him, but I don't believe we've seen him on a racing track with berms. So we'll see how that goes for the Liberator. Mike, fresh off of World Finals 24. Let's keep the good times rolling. No guts, no glory. We're green. And heading into our first turn. Oh, Mike in trouble. Hiking that truck up. Does break it loose enough to bring those tires back down. But Trevor Phillips with the lead. No. Mike coming back over the jammer. They are neck and neck into the line. It is Mike Pagliarulo in Excalibur taking it here in round 1. Wow. What a race. Down to the wire. It all came down to that jammer, and Trevor Phillips not on the gas fast enough. Mike got that great bounce and right on that gas. Send him straight over the line first. Adam Anderson in Gravedigger the Legend, bringing it back once more. This time with that Ford panel van body, taking on Don Cretan in Scarlet Bandit. Scarlet was another truck featured in ROR SRPS Season 1, made it up into the World Finals and the semifinals in racing at the World Finals. So shock the world with that one. We'll see how Adam does tonight. He didn't do too well in racing last season. Around our second turn, it is pretty neck and neck. Don with a little bit of a lead here. Can Adam come back to the line? It is very close. We may need a replay there. Look at the slap wheelie from Don Cretan, though. That was pretty nice. Oh, and it is Don Cretan and Scarlet Bandit over the line first and heading into round 2 as we close out our first round of racing. Adam just a little bit slow this time around. If you're enjoying tonight's racing competition, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. Let me know with a comment down below. Also, check us out on Instagram at RORSRPS. We got new shows every Saturday. And of course, check us out on RORSRPS.com to get your hands on ROR SRPS Season 3 trading cards, 4 packs or more, for 25% off your purchase. Bulldozer will be facing off against Shocker to kick off the second round. Then it's Wild Side versus Pouncer. Shock Therapy is going to be facing off against Master of Disaster. And then it's Excalibur versus Scarlet Bandit. A lot of indies here in the second round. Bulldozer is going to be coming out first, facing off against Pat Gerber. Shocker, Matthew Hood, looking for an easy advancement into round 2. However, if Matthew were to hike up like we saw from Cole Venard, something we also didn't expect, Pat Gerber could be looking at an easy advancement into the semifinals for himself. Both trucks staged. We're kicking off round 2. Into our first turn. Matthew Hood looking good. Pat Gerber keeping it a lot more controlled this time, but not in the second one. Struggling again through a berm. Matthew Hood with a good lead on Pat Gerber, and Matthew is gonna hold it. Bulldozer into round 2 here tonight, keeping that truck controlled once again, showing that racing expertise that we've seen from him all season, except for one show that he was a part of. See what happens throughout the rest of the night here. Zack, Garner, Wild Side on your left, taking on Eric, Wylie in Pouncer. A lot of indies tonight, man. This is just another one to add to the list, or another couple to add to the list, I should say. Both trucks staged, ready to go. Who's taking it here in round 2? Through the first turn, both drivers keeping it relatively controlled, but Zack, Garner clipping that landing pad. He does have a lead here heading over the jammer, and he is gonna hold it. A little too much stalling there over the jammer from Eric Wylie. Zack, Garner in Wild Side on to the semi-finals here tonight. I know he's excited, man. That awesome World Finals 23 body back again for the regular season this time. Zane Rettew, Master of Disaster on your right, taking on Stephen Hill in Amsoil. Shock Therapy. This one could go either way from what we saw in round 1. Both of these drivers lightning fast around this track, both very controlled. Let's go green and see who's gonna win. First turn looking good from both drivers. We are neck and neck. Stephen Hill clipping the inside landing pad here. Can he keep it together this time over the jammer? Neck and neck to the line. Zane Rettew may have the lead here, and yes, Zane Rettew, Master of Disaster, on to the semi-finals here tonight. What a race. Once again, a great race from Stephen Hill and Amsoil. Shock Therapy, Mike Pagliarulo, Excalibur on your left, taking on Don Cretan and Scarlet Bandit. 2 more indies going head-to-head here tonight at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. The fans are eating it up right now. Who's going to take it to the line here tonight as we go green? Don Cretan has experience in the semifinals of racing. We saw her, like I said, World Finals 1. The biggest and baddest of the season going head-to-head, and she saw the semifinals tonight. It looks like she might do it again as we head to the line. Yes, Don Cretan, Scarlet Bandit, on to the semifinals once again. Mike Pagliarulo so close, but so far We'll see him in freestyle later on tonight. Remember, guys, we're looking for that top 8. The top 8 will continue their appearance to next show. Bulldozer will face off against Wildside, though, for the semis, and Master Disaster will take on Scarlet Bandit. Technically, Bulldozer is now an independent, but it was a Monster Jam name, so let's run off of that. We do have one Monster Jam truck here in the semifinals tonight. Matthew Hood in Bulldozer on your left, taking on Zack Garner in Wildside. This is going to be an interesting one. Both of these drivers are very locked in tonight, I guess you could say. Both drivers staged here for the semifinals. Who's going to be our first finalist? Off the line we go and into our first berm of the semis. Beautifully done. Matthew Hood getting a little bit of a power wheelie there off of the berm. And he does have a lead on Zack right now. Big leap over the jammer might slow him down. No! Matthew Hood in Bulldozer takes it once again. He is on to the finals once again. A Dubby finalist in our Dubby final round of racing. We'll see how he does in just a minute, but we need to find our second finalist first. Zane Rettew, Master of Disaster. On your left, taking on Don Cretan in Scarlet Bandit. This is the farthest we've seen Don Cretan in any racing lineup. So we'll see what happens here tonight as both drivers are staged, ready to go. Debut for Zane, return for Don, who's going to take it to the finals. Oh, Don with a little bit of an oversteer issue there on the berm. And in the second one as well, Zane Rettew with the lead. He might have this one in the bag, and yes, Zane Rettew, Master of Disaster. On to the Dubby final round. It is Bulldozer taking on Master of Disaster to close out tonight's racing competition. Let's get a look at our racing bracket, see how we got here. What a night, man. This has been incredible, and what a night for the independents, man. I mean, even Bulldozer, if you want to count him as an indie now. Wow. It has been insane. And yeah, Bulldozer, Matthew Hood on your left, Zane Rettew, Master of Disaster on your right, and it is all fueled by Dubby Energy. If you don't know, Dubby Energy is the channel partner. They fuel everything that has to do with RORSRPs. Monetarily, no, but I drink a glass of Dubby each and every morning. They have delicious energy powders. You can find them online or on social media at dubby.gg. Find a flavor you like, find a flavor you want to try, give it a shot. Dubby Energy gives you clean, jitterless energy all day, and it doesn't quit, man. Dubby Energy is absolutely delicious. And if you're not into caffeine, they have caffeine-free hydration blends as well with electrolytes. Pineberry Splash is a really great flavor. I love that one. Get 10% off your purchase over at dubby.gg using code RORSRPS at checkout. Tell them we sent you. But both trucks staged, ready to go for the Dubby final round. We're green. Bulldozer versus Master of Disaster. Both trucks looking good. Matthew Hood a little sloppy coming out of that first berm, but these two are locked in. Zane sloppy in the second one. It is Matthew Hood with the lead right now, and he is going to hold it over the line. Matthew Hood, Bulldozer, for the third time in a row, your Dubby Racing champion. This time at Atlanta Motor Speedway. What a night for Matthew Hood. Once again, he is getting used to the success, man. And it's getting to his head a little bit. We got to calm him down some, man. Matthew getting hiked up over. Oh, looking for a save. Once again, rolling the truck there in the celebration. Second time in a row. We'll see if he does that again next time. But he is almost a sure shot for the Golden Days Tour next week. We're going to see how freestyle goes for him. Look at him upside down. Matthew Hood in Bulldozer. Once again, your Dubby Racing champion. Man, let's get a look at your updated season points, including tonight's racing competition with the lead overall for the season, Bulldozer, 127 points. Tonight in second place, Classroom Crusher with 41 points. The Liberator with 22, and Master of Disaster, Zane Rettew, our runner-up with 6. Wildside with 4. Scarlet Bandit also. Advanced Auto Parts Grinder with 3. And Excalibur leading the 2s here tonight. Amsoil Shock Therapy also with 2. Pouncer and Shocker. And then leading the 1s, Adam Anderson, Gravedigger the Legend, as well as N.W.O, Lucas Oil Crusader, Black Pearl, and Plain Krazy, all going out of the racing competition with 1 point for their season so far. Freestyle is an opportunity for more points. Who will come out on top? Let's find out together in just a minute. If you enjoyed tonight's racing competition, be sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Let me know with a comment down below. Also, check us out on Instagram for pit party pictures, early access to the Week's Racing Bracket, and more extra content over there. And of course, stick around because we have new shows every Saturday, and we are only halfway through the season. We got a long way to go, and the World Finals at the end of it. Check us out at rorsrps.com for our official Season 3 RORSRPS trading cards. They're a lot of fun, and if you are officially named as a driver, you have cards in your name, at least one per truck and driver. Also, check out our channel partner, Dubby Energy, for some clean, jitterless energy. They are sugar-free, filler-free, artificial color-free, just absolute deliciousness. And again, guys, if you're not into caffeine, they do have electrolyte, caffeine-free flavors that are also just as delicious as the energy powders. It all is powders over there, but yeah, they have some really unique stuff. Dubby is one of the most unique flavor-creating brands that I've seen. But that's it for racing. Stick around. Freestyle is coming at you in just a minute. I'll see you over there.